Hey, Carl, that's right. And joining me, or joining us, I should say, Joe Henricks of CSX. Joe, it's great to have you on post-earnings. Thanks for being here. All right, I think we're working on audio right now. I'm going to just jump right in. Q4 revenue down, volumes up. For 2024, though, you're forecasting revenue growth and volume to grow as well. How does that speak to the timing and magnitude of a freight recovery this year?
Yeah, we're feeling optimistic, actually. What we saw in December was interesting. Chemicals, forest products, intermodal all year long were down until December. We started seeing inflection positive. Autos, coal, metals, and minerals have been positive all year, and we see that continuing. So we're actually feeling pretty good about what we're seeing on the demand side right now.
So on a day where we're getting our first fourth quarter GDP reading, it's coming in 3.3%, so much stronger than everybody expected. That sounds about right to you?
It does. We saw domestic intermodal pick up last 7-8 months, sequentially every month. And as I said, autos, metals, minerals, some of those things, and chemicals, plastics, more tied to consumers, started to see an inflection in December. So starting off well into the year, obviously the Arctic weather didn't help us a little bit there in the last couple of weeks, but we're feeling good about what we're seeing on the demand side.
It's interesting to hear you say that because we know railroads are so tied to the industrial part of the economy. There's been a lot of soft macro data around the industrial side of the economy. We've even had some cautious, I'll call it, commentary from some companies in this earnings season so far. Do you think we're seeing stabilization, even a potential bottom as we head into 2024? And how much are fiscal tailwinds from infrastructure, Inflation Reduction Act, CHIPS Act, actually, as those materialize this year, how much are those going to contribute?
Well, I think they will contribute. If you look at last year, things like cement and rocks and minerals tied to construction were up, and we see that continuing very strong for us here in the Southeast. If you think about other parts of the business, industrial production was flat last year. Our merchandise volume was up. So on the strength of our market share and our service gains, we're seeing that. But if we can get chemicals, we can get some forest products like housing-related, pulp, board, et cetera, to see some inflection positive, that can really contribute to what we're seeing. So fundamentally, if you look at the last couple months, we're seeing some strength.
I do want to get into the service piece of this, but first, one more macro question for you, and that is on the intermodal side, which tends to be more consumer-skewed part of the business. What are you expecting this year in terms of, I guess I'll call it a normalization of inventories for retailers? And as we've seen East Coast ports, which you're tied to, take some of that market share from the West Coast, does that continue?
Yeah, I think you'll see the East Coast ports continuing to see volume growth. They've been investing heavily in their infrastructure to be able to support that. If you look at our fourth quarter, it was the first quarter of the year where we actually had intermodal volume was flat year over year, so the previous 3 quarters was down. A lot of that had to do with international intermodal. As I said earlier, that finally came back in December. We'll be lapping easier comps this year, but it looks like international intermodal should show growth this year. And domestic intermodal has shown strength sequentially now for a number of months. We see that continuing in 2024.
Do you see any impact or ripple effects from what's happening in the Red Sea and the attacks on the cargo ships there and any major disruptions in terms of shipping and delay into the U.S.?
We haven't seen it yet. We're talking to all our customers. Clearly, we see more activity going, south of Africa now. But that will play out as it gets here. But if more things end up going into the ports, either at west or east, it'll help us actually on the rail side because the population center of the United States is in our territory. So if things come to the West Coast, it'll ship over on rail. And if it comes into the East ports, depending on where it comes in, it may go on rail longer. So there's a possibility it could help us, but right now we haven't seen much yet.
So this past